Oh yeah,
Oh,
and
there we
there it
go.
is. And there it
There you
is.
go.
We're in there. We're gonna call this the technical difficulty edition of Hero Podcast. I'm the host of the most. Actually, the host of the less technology, if anything. This is what happens when you don't record with each other for a month. So go beyond Galen. Again, we're on a little bit of vacation. I was in Italy. Sean, where were you at?
I was in Florida.
You're
I
in
was
Florida,
I was in Universal doing whatever.
Universal
Austin,
fun. I went to St. Martin.
Austin and St. Martin, but we're back for the people and everything. So thanks for joining us. Again, here is Sean Wukong, Primate Boston James, and we're going to introduce our guest. We've been trying to do this for a little while, communicating. Our good friend, part now of the Hero Association, Mr. Alexander Webb. How are you, my friend? Welcome to the show.
Hello, doing well. Thank you guys so much for having me today.
Of course.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, not a problem, man.
And tolerating our lack of technology for some reason. We keep it
I
professional.
don't feel bad. I am like technologically illiterate, so it's
Exactly.
fine.
No,
We're
it's
like,
fine.
we're like the chimp when you see in the videos and like put them at the desk and they're like snapping the button.
I was trying to download Zoom for this, and I like hit my computer with a rock like 7 times trying to figure it out. I get it.
Have technology.
Yeah.
I thought I pictured that kitten, like that cat, like typing.
Yeah. Mad fast.
computer.
It's like, do I open this up in the app or do I open it up in the web browser? But the web browser doesn't allow me to do anything, so now I need the app. But it's like, sorry, Windows needs to get an update in order for you to use the app store. So you have to go to the app. Yeah.
Yeah,
I understand.
Yeah.
we keep it professional here. If anything.
Oh,
so.
no, yeah, absolutely.
No, so we wanted to, we want to have a monthly guest. We're excited to have Alex on. First things first, congratulations on the order. We're gonna link his YouTube channel after this, but our friend here, 100,000 viewers, or excuse me, subscribers on YouTube.
Let's go. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
thank
That's
you.
an awesome
That's pretty
milestone.
Yeah,
That's a big deal, bro. For real.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nuts. I actually, when it happened, I didn't even know about it. I was in the theater with my nephew and brother-in-law watching Deadpool 3, and I just kept checking, and then the movie started, and I'm like, oh well, I guess I'll figure out later.
right.
And then it happened.
You're famous. What?
Did you get your plaque?
Yeah, I did. It came in a little bit ago. But I don't get me wrong, I am very, very excited that it came, and I never in a million years would have believed it would have happened. But I missed the cutoff for the original size by I think 3 days. So yeah, so it came in, and it's probably like this, which is it's not bad at all. I got it actually just right up here on the wall.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, oh, I just like 2 days sooner, and it would have been the original one.
Yeah.
That's
But that's still awesome. That's still a milestone.
Oh, yeah.
That can't be taken away. You got that, which is great.
Yeah,
Dude, you're telling me. I know when it came in, my son's 6, and he saw that and just started freaking out. So I let him hold on to it whenever he wants to, and he just walks around just staring at it.
He's like, you're famous. Yeah.
It's like you got the WWE belt and he's just like wearing the champion's belt. He's just holding it up.
I just picture like I almost picture your son almost like Gollum with the one ring, if anything. Is this case, but my
That's
precious,
It's precious.
Yeah, he's precious. even though it's his dad doing the work, the entire time. So yeah, no, congratulations are in order for that. So
yeah, that's cool.
I mean, that kind of dovetails into the bio. So I joke and say comics is like one of the most abusive relationships in entertainment. So how did you get into comics, the origin story, and how did that dovetail into the YouTube world?
Yeah, absolutely. So my first comic I ever got was Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 90. And my dad took me to the comic book store that we had in town back in California where I used to live. And it was just the first comic that stood out to me. It was red cover, Spider-Man fighting Vulture. And I wanted to get that one specifically because I remember seeing that cover in the Ultimate Spider-Man video game from
PS2. Oof.
So that's what started it originally, because if I remember correctly, part of the mini game was going around and collecting the different comic book covers, right? So at that moment I immediately was like, okay, I need to find out more about this. I need to explore what comics are. And yeah,
That's awesome.
and that was the beginning.
That's it.
Oh, well, I
First of all, what a great game. Holy cow.
Underrated.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's so good.
Was it
Now,
like
I
the
don't know if
first
I'm
level?
a psycho or not, but I would immediately go to the top of the Empire State Building and then
jump
just
off.
free fall
There you
every
go.
time.
Yo, the takedown on Venom at the helipad at the end. Oh my gosh. I actually just watched it like 2 weeks ago on YouTube. It's crazy.
And wasn't Venom the first, like the opening boss, pretty much?
Yes.
Yeah,
it starts off in the rain.
Yo, just the freeze frame they had of Peter Parker like in the rain with Venom across from him. Come on.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. I feel like
good.
I feel like Ultimate doesn't get enough love when it comes to the PS2. I feel like everyone just sort of goes straight to OG Spider-Man 2 with, Toby and which is a great game too.
Yeah,
I think that was like my first open world as far as I think that was my first open world, and outside like Grand Theft Auto 3 or something. But
yeah,
that doesn't get enough love as Ultimate Spider-Man.
I feel like we got to give love to the PS2 as a whole. The PS2
is forever.
PS2 is goated.
Forever.
I have a PS4. I feel like I don't really touch it, and I don't have a PS5. I probably will get it at some point in the future for like Street Fighter 6 or something like that. But that's that's it. There's really no games for me. I don't know, or maybe I'm just too old.
Nothing.
Yeah,
dude, if I were you, I would try to track down the old fat PS3 because that's like the best console you can have. Yeah, I was able to get one a couple years ago. It's so worth it.
Yeah. I remember the PS3 because I had an Xbox 360, I think. And I was like, man, I don't really play this because I like anime and a lot of the Japanese titled JRPGs. So I'm like, I don't really play this, So I traded in my Xbox and got the PS3. And then from there, like the world opened up with all the games that I was able to, I was like, this is beautiful. It was nice. And then from there, I was like, you know what? I'm a PS player. I don't play Xbox but now I definitely like Xbox if we're playing like online or if you're playing like PC games because of Steam and Xbox Game Pass. Like Xbox Game Pass is really nice. But at the same time, most of the time I'll play it like online. But if it's a console, I gotta pick the PlayStation because it's just the Japanese like JRPGs. You know what I mean? It's
I'm with that.
That's my thing.
I spend all my time like buying all the old Xbox games on my Xbox. What is it? Do I have Xbox One? What's the new one?
You have Xbox One.
Yeah, I have one. That series or whatever. I got Xbox One. So I'm always in the marketplace, but I'm downloading like the old Xbox games. I just got Battlefront 1 and 2 again.
Oh, you have you have the Xbox Series X?
No, it's the one before that, the one.
Okay.
Yeah, you have the one.
And that still allows you to use the Xbox Game Pass?
Yeah, there's there's still like some games you still can't play, but they have they have cloud gaming, but it's not the same.
Gotcha.
Do any of us remember Knights of the Old Republic?
Bro, I'm playing that right now. Yep, I'm playing it right now. I just left Terrace and I'm on Dantooine with the Jedi Council.
So nice.
I play that game at least once or twice a year because how could you not?
Yeah, it's a good game. It's really good.
When you guys play, do you normally go light side or dark side? Because I always go dark side. I think it's more fun.
Yeah. You know what's funny, bro? Last time I played it, I was dead set on being light side. I was like, all right, I'll be a good guy. But then freaking Karth kept talking crazy to me a couple times, and I was like, you know what?
He's the worst.
I was like, you know what? All right. Then when Bastila was like, yo, come join me on the dark side, I was like, I see you, baby. And I joined Bastila, killed everybody, and that was cool. Now I can't stand a chance.
What is the one with that's on? It's online. It's only for I think PC. It's like Knights of the Old Republic. Is it?
It's the Old Republic?
I think it's just Old Republic. But that one, my friend and I have a running joke because if you pick the light side and you pick like a Jedi or whatever, I forget it's like one of the opening missions, and I forget specifically which one it is. But you're working with like the stormtroopers and whatnot. and you get to a part where you're like going to take on the boss or whoever it is that's doing something, and the guy's like, all right, guys, me and the boys are gonna start some trouble. And they leave ahead of you. And when you get into the chamber where the Sith is, they're all dead. I'm like, yo, it's like me and the boys are gonna go start some trouble. You pull up and they're just all dead
They're
on
all
the
dead.
floor. I'm like, bro, come on. So every time we're gonna do something, I'm like, yo, me and the boys are gonna go start some trouble. It's like, yo, it's over.
They're laid out.
You know
So
it, you know it's over. You're not coming back from that.
Gotta
So you
love
pulled
it,
That's
up.
man.
amazing.
I think like my favorite of Kotar 1, I think I was mostly neutral until you get to then you find out your identity as far as Darth Rev, and then you got to make that choice.
Well,
My
that's
main guy
awesome.
was yeah, my main guy was Canderous.
Of
That's
course.
like yeah, because that guy was boss all the time. But like I think I killed just about everybody else. I made the
Yeah.
Wookiee kill the Twilight girl, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
I,
it gets pretty dark, bro. It gets
Yeah,
pretty dark actually.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it gets
Remember
dark.
Yeah, that game can be messed up.
After you make that final call with Bastila at the top of that temple, that's
Yeah.
it, man.
Dang.
no.
You
So
either
let's
side it with her, or you're taking out your people, like whatever, whichever one you want.
I mean, let's get. I think it's a good way to let's just get dark right into it because you talked about it before we recorded. Alex, absolute universe man. What are your thoughts as far as
Dude.
DC and can we get on it? Let's do it.
The Thick Knight. He's that's it. That boy, my God. Like
Yeah.
they were stuffing him full of protein powder in his formula. It's insane.
Thick
Right.
night.
What is he? A solid two? He's 6'6", solid 250.
Dude, Bane's done.
Minimum.
Yeah,
What is Bane gonna be like?
yeah.
A twig.
No, nah.
Yeah.
Like
You gotta pull it up, yeah.
the fact that Batman's bat symbol is the head of an axe that he
What?
freaking pulls off and sticks on something. Like, how heavy does that have to be that you're running around and doing acrobats with this axe
Yeah.
blade attached to your chest? That is so strong. It's like cutting people's limbs off and whatnot, and you're like running through. It's no problem, and you just attach it right back to your chest. Is insane.
It's so big.
Like Batman's on a whole nother level at this point. I don't know
Yeah.
if you boxing, who's winning.
Yeah, that shot of him training in Killer Croc's gym at the beginning,
Yes.
where
Yes.
it's that fake out where you're like, oh, this is going to be Bruce because it looks just like the regular Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Then
Right.
all of a sudden, Broly steps in and just
Yeah,
little brothers him out of there.
Yeah, it literally is Broly. Yeah, from Super.
Exactly. It's straight up, bro. It's like he just shows up and dwarfs everybody, bro. I like imagine being the Penguin in that universe, and then you just see
God.
you just see 6'8", 375 pound
Yes.
Batman standing over you, like cut the nonsense, and you're just like looking up at him. Like what was that
Oh.
meme with the dude who plays the Green Goblin? And it's like him looking up like at the sky. Oh, yo, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's the Penguin.
William Dafoe,
Yeah.
right.
We used to look like that, Sean, back in the day.
Bags.
Oh,
That was us
look
looking
at
up at Goku Flex and Chris
Dude,
Jones.
that-
Ah,
I mean, they made some really shocking changes. I mean, as far as the mythos. I mean, I mean, I'm all for Alfred as far as full. Now we alternately fully embracing his military background. We heard about it, per se, in other Batman stories, but now we're, it's almost like Captain Price from Call of Duty, per se. And then there's that. Martha's alive. Thomas got mowed down in a random mass shooting. Much like real life, unfortunately. And then then instead of like Bruce was living his teenager life of crime, and then but was gifted and et cetera, so forth, trained his body. But the big thing, he's not rich. The ordering man. Yeah, that's what I was trying to get to. He's not rich.
Yeah.
So I mean, his whole entire suit has a purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought I don't know how much you want me to get into discussing the spoilers of it.
Oh, by all means.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler
Yeah.
alert.
I will
Yeah.
display it, but it's a month already, so and I
Okay,
think it should change out this week.
Just that panel where you see, because I wasn't a huge fan of the long ears, honestly. I've always been a
Yeah.
fan of the Frank Miller short ones.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But the fact that he took them off and they turned into his batarangs, and it was like battering knives almost, but he
Yeah.
had the little ears underneath. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's utilized in whatever he's doing, like the chest, the ears, what like the
Oh, that's
boots,
nice.
the cape, whatever else. Yeah,
Yeah.
but that whole twist at the end of the chapter was wild too. That like the normal Bruce Wayne's backstory of whatever else is the Joker. I was like, bro, come on. No way they made this dude. They made this dude have Batman's life. Ah, yo, I was like, come on. Did he train with the League of Assassins?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. He killed,
Yep.
he kill? Yeah, he killed Ra's al Ghul, Rich, everything else is like Joker, of course.
Yeah.
I don't,
One of the things that
I'm,
stuck out to me. Oh, sorry,
yeah.
you go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say one of the things that stuck out to me about that was when he was talking with Killer Croc, and they were weren't they talking about having like a poker game with all of the supervillains from the main DC universe? How they're all just
Yeah.
kind of friends and grew up
They're
together almost.
friends. Yeah. I think it was like Selena and I want to say Harvey.
Yeah,
And I think Oz too.
I think so. I think it was most of the big ones. I think Riddler too, except for the Joker, obviously.
Except for everyone except for Joker. I mean it's it's so good. I mean I was wondering if they're gonna do a switcheroo. I mean they're gonna change. They gotta change Joker somehow. I mean,
Yeah.
Do I picture him laughing hysterically? But probably. I mean, maybe. But they even said. I think one of the guys said that it's this guy is rich and doesn't ever tell a joke or something to that effect. I think they said at the epilogue of the issue. So it's gonna change. I mean, I'm kind of wondering, how do the other Bat family do they fit in at some point?
Yeah.
It wasn't Commissioner Gordon. He was no, I'm sorry, he was mayor, or did I misunderstand that?
I think he was.
Commissioner Gordon was mayor, I believe.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, yeah, he's not commissioner, but Mayor Gordon.
Yeah, or Mayor Gordon. So I'm wondering, like, okay, do we get a Dick, do a Nightwing, and do we get like Barbara, so on and so forth at some point? But I mean, I feel like DC said this was initially a limited run, but there's no way with everyone's going bananas between, and we'll get to Wonder Woman pretty soon, but everyone's going bananas over this. I mean,
yeah,
as far as the popularity of the issue. So I'm so excited for that because Batman has broken my heart in its run probably in the last year. After the whole failsafe arc ended. And I honestly, you said it too. Just got weird. You said it perfectly. Just got weird with the
it's like, if you were trying to like follow along as to like what was going on, it still got lost. So I'm like, what the freak?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it just he sort of broke my heart. And I said it earlier. Nightwing to me is the best main DC right now. Superman's really good too, actually. But Nightwing's on at least Tom Taylor Nightwing. I'm hoping we get a good run at it currently, but we're only 2 issues in, if anything. So yeah, what are your thoughts, Alex?
Man, I've jumped around so much all over the place with reading comics just throughout the years. I haven't kept up with everything DC or Marvel that's been going on, just like bits and pieces. So I was going back through my long boxes and I found a Batman comic. I think it was probably issue, I covered it before. I think it was like 45 or something like that. But it was one of the most significant issues that I read, and it was a story between Nightwing and Batman. And it was in the whole arc where Selena left him at the altar, and he was just heartbroken over that.
Yeah.
That one is probably one of my favorite comics of all time that I've read. And I don't know how newer ones are stacking up, but it hit me in the heart.
That was that Tom King, I think, writing that at the time? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, that was really good. I think my favorite of that was my favorite issue period in that whole run was when they went on a double date with Superman and Lois.
That was really good.
That
That was good.
It was so basic. I don't know. There's no villain,
Yeah.
but they're just talking about how much they respect each other to each other's spouses or significant others, for example, at the beginning. That I think it was 2 issues long, more or less. I thought that was so it was so easy, but something about it hit me. For some reason. I don't know. I'm a Superman mark anyway, but yeah.
No, dude,
Well,
I
that's
get
dope.
it. I think there's something about it because if you look at comics a lot, you can only get so much out of them fighting all the time.
Yeah.
It's like in Dragon Ball, right? So
Yep.
you can only have so much of Goku and Frieza fighting on Namek before you have to have something to actually progress the plot a little bit and give it a little more context.
Yeah.
True.
And going along with what Alex said, it's like we always live for those slice of life episodes. You know what I mean? Like some of the best episodes were when they weren't fighting a villain, they were just living. Like, remember when Goku and Piccolo go get their driver's license?
Yes.
That was even though I don't know if it was canon to the manga, but it was a good episode. Or like when Gohan and Goku were just chilling after they came out of the hyperbolic time chamber. Or even, I know, contrary to popular belief, a lot of people don't really care for the beginning of the Buu saga with Gohan in school. I particularly liked the fact that he was in school. I didn't care for all of the episodes of him being like the Great Saiyaman, but him going to school when he was like playing baseball and he doesn't get it because he's not around normal people. So when they throw when the kid like hits the ball and they're playing baseball and like hops all the way in the air and just grabs it and just lands like it's nobody's business. That was cool. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't necessarily that there was a villain to fight. It was just, hey, these people are super in a normal society, and you get to see like the interaction of how they are. And then of course it progresses the plot. But sometimes downtime, I feel like in comics or even manga or anime or anything, like having those slice of life episodes are fun because you're able to see a different side of them. It's not always just action, death, carnage, killing, sadness. It's hey, we can have a good time, and then back to the sadness and killing.
Yeah. I mean, everyone's praising Dragon Ball Daima.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, are they? You like it, Sean?
Yeah, because like the thing, and Alex, you're a wee probably like myself, so
it.
So like I feel like people are upset because they're saying they retconned Super maybe with certain things that they said in terms of the Potara earring or the fusion, or it's like, well, why didn't you just give us new Super? Or why didn't we have this animation for Super? Like all those different things. And I get that. I feel like Super would have been a lot better if it had way better animation, consistent storytelling, actual like balanced power levels between certain people and whatnot. And it wasn't like the whole rehash of the movies going into it. However, Dragon Ball Daima is just fun. And I think that's kind of what we were missing. And it captures the funness of Dragon Ball without necessarily having to go back and like tell a story of Goku being in Dragon Ball. It's like, okay, now they're a kid and we get it because that's what happened in GT. But at the same time, it's cool because the animation's amazing. The fight scenes are amazing. And it's just fun. Like it's a good time. It's not like you're worried about like the world being at stake or Frieza's coming to blow up Krillin. It's like it's just a good time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. And I think that the thing, like you were talking about, how it's more reminiscent to OG Dragon Ball than it is to Super or anything else, is what really makes it resonate with a lot more people. Because this is Toriyama's last thing that he was able to work on before he passed away. And you can tell that, he is wanting to remake his own version of Dragon Ball GT to make it more how he wants to. We can say I agree with that somewhat. But like you said, the animation is spectacular. There's a lot more heart in it, and I think that's what's really important. And you can only have world-ending events so often before it kind of loses its potency. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I think that's in movies, comics, anything.
Definitely.
Sometimes we need a break. And speaking of we're gonna take a quick break because we got less than 10 seconds. Yo, how S tier was that segue?
That was perfect.
Was that tight? So
Molto bene, molto bene.